Hi everyone, it's Mimi. Welcome back to my channel. I am here to share with you guys how to create a Memorydex card that is 4 inches across by 4 inches high without any dies or a Memorydex punch like this one from Heidi Swap, because most of those items are discontinued. And really all you're going to need is a ruler, a pair of scissors, and a regular hole punch. I believe this is a 1/4 inch hole punch. You can get these anywhere. I think they even have them at the dollar store or Dollar Tree. So let's get started. Here's my sample. Now if you do want to create this tab up here, you will need your envelope punch board, and I'll show you how to create that when I help you create the holes for the Memorydex holder. I've already pre-cut my pieces. This is a 110-pound cardstock, and this is cut to 4 inches squared, so it's 4 inches by 4 inches. And I have 2 pieces of pattern paper. One I'm going to put on the front, and then the other one I'm going to put on the back. And this is from Hobby Lobby. I have the 4.5 by 6.5 inch stack for the Terrace Blooms. Beautiful paper. So we'll set the pattern paper aside. So for your 4x4 piece, you basically want to measure from the bottom. Right now it doesn't matter because it's a square piece of cardstock. You want to measure 3/8 of an inch. So I'm just going to put a couple of tick marks. And for those of you who don't know, 3/8 of an inch is the line right before 1/2 an inch. So I'm just going to put a pencil mark here. Actually, I only need to make 1 pencil mark since I'm going to be using my T-squared ruler. And then, so this is the bottom now. And then you want to measure over 1.5 inches and then 2.5 inches. And those will mark the centers. So those are your markings. Again, it is 3/8 of an inch from the bottom, and then it is 1.5 inches, and then 2.5 inches. So I'm going to use my T-square ruler to give me some guidelines. If you guys do not have one of these, they are really inexpensive, and I highly recommend it. So first line up the 3/8 of an inch. And I'm just going to put a light pencil mark. And then for the 1.5 inch, I basically just need the cross section of the 3/8 of an inch, and then the 1.5, and the same for the 2.5. And then when I'm done, I will just erase this. So this is what you should have. Now you're going to take your hole punch. You want to line it up basically with the edge of the punch at the line. So you don't want to go over the line. So I hope you guys can see this. So you just want to line up in the center as best you can. Just like that. So do you guys see how that line is in the center of this hole? And we're going to do the same thing for the 2.5. So just like that. Super simple, right? And then take a pair of little snips, scissors, And what I like to do is go right in the middle where that line is. And I'm going to go about 1/8 of an inch to the right and to the left of that center. So that is what you should have. And then do the same thing on the other hole punched circle. Just like that. And that is it, guys. Really quick and easy. Now for your pattern papers, I would just line this up and just trace your holes. And really you can take both of them together at the same time to punch and cut. So I'm just going to line that up as best I can. And this one is a little hard to see. You can also cut it just like this. Make sure that's lined up. And there you go. You can take your corner rounder and round the corners, which is what I did here and here. I believe I used the 1/2 inch corner rounder to round those. And really you don't even need to erase these if you're going to put pattern paper on top of it. So you would adhere one to the front and then one to the back, which I should have had them like this and punched it at the same time, and that way it'd be in the exact same spot. But you can always just trim it down. It's really not that big of a deal as long as you have the general shape of it. It's going to fit. And that's it, you guys. Now I am going to show you how to use your envelope punch board to create a tab like this. Okay, so this is my envelope punch board, and I'm going to show you on the white cardstock again. Basically what you want to do first is line this up at 2 inches. So the left edge of your Memorydex card is going to be at the 2-inch mark. And then you're going to punch. And this is what you should have. Now you're going to line up the same edge. If you guys look on your punch board and you see that metal piece, that's going to be the center. So take your cardstock, line this up about halfway into this little notch, and then you're going to punch. And do you guys see? That's the tab right there. And that's all you need the envelope punch board for. Now we just need to cut this excess off. You can use your scissors. I am horrible at cutting a straight line, so I'm going to use my Fiskars trimmer. And I like this one because it has the wire edge. If you guys can see where that wire is, I can place it right where that notched area is, so I know that it's going to be a perfect line. And I'm just going to take my cutter and just go right up to that line to cut that piece off. You can also use a ruler and a craft knife if you don't have any of these tools, and that is how you create your little tab. And if you're going to create a tab for your pattern paper, I would do the same exact thing for your front pattern paper, but for your back pattern paper I would put it in upside down. So whatever side that you want facing like up on your Memorydex card, flip it around and do the same exact punching. So that's it. I hope that was clear for you guys. I know there are other videos out in YouTube on how to create your own Memorydex card. I don't know if the measurements are the same, but these are the measurements that I'm requiring for my challenge giveaway. So if you guys haven't seen that, I will link that up in the cards as well as in the description box below. Also, make sure to check the description box for a list of any of the supplies that I used, and I will have names and links where you can easily find them. So let me know what you guys think, and I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.